Hey guys, how are you all? So welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general reading for Taurus placements. Everything you need to know about myself, the reading or the channel can be found in the description box below. So we're going to use multiple decks of cards for your reading today. We have tarot cards, oracle cards and a few personalised messages that I've created. Please bear in mind that this is a general reading, so with the messages, only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. And please use your own sense of discernment with the messages and not force them to fit with a particular situation. All the decks that I'm using are listed in the description box below, where we may as well get into your read. Angels of love and light, could please have clear and concise messages for Taurus placements. What do they need to know for the current energies for whenever they come across these timeless tarot messages? What do they need to know, please and thank you? What do they need to know, please and thank you? Okay, starting off the reading with the tea leaf fortune cards, and then we'll move into tarot. So we have our three cards that we wanted. We have career. Wow, okay. Interesting. Then we have a month of the year. We have July. So potentially Cancer or Leo placements could be significant, or there could be a highlight in regards to your career, and depending on which house that you have, maybe Cancer or Leo, it could align, right? We have Tower, solid foundation and success with effort. Now I'm getting called to say Aries and Scorpio energy, because the Tower is a major arcana in the tarot. So there's something pretty big that's unfolding for you at this time. And there could be some sufficient movement. I don't know why I wanted to say sufficient. Something is sufficient. Okay, interesting. I'll get into that in a moment. We have bread. Wow, period of prosperity and abundance. Beautiful. And then valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. And I felt called to look through the third card. So we have archway, new opportunities, possibilities and paths opening up. So yeah, maybe there's been a little bit of frustration as certain things didn't seem to be opening up for you. Okay. And I feel like you've had to kind of hang on in there and be kind of rest assured intuitively and knowing on a deeper level that things will be getting better for you, right? But there's a period of prosperity and abundance on its way for you, right? So let's get into the tarot. This is the Modern Witch Tarot that we're using. So what's going on for Taurus placements, please and thank you? What do they need to know, please and thank you? For Taurus, okay, straight away. So we have the Five of Swords. Why has the Five of Swords come out? I just want to quickly clarify this before we get more cards to go next to it. Why is the Five of Swords here? Okay, Eight of Wands, interesting. Two of Wands and one more, thank you. The Ace of Swords, wow. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. I'm just going to say it, guys. Some of you that are employed, right, have been dealing with a relatively toxic or unhealthy, a potentially hostile work environment. And I mean, I'm hearing like it's like your last straw, that something may have taken place and you feel like it was quite unfair, like especially if you've had people kind of doing of certain things here that are a bit sneaky in the background, or they're trying to have some sort of control or power over situation, and you feel like that this is just not a suitable place for you to work anymore and you could be looking elsewhere. But there could be this sense of wanting to move or wanting something to change or switch up here, but maybe not necessarily knowing when's the right time to do it, or where potentially you may go, or waiting on a new contract to come through for you in regards to if you're having like a job interview, waiting to see and hear as to whether you've got this particular position, right? So that you can leave whatever this place is, like physically. But I feel like you're gaining some sort of clarity here that you don't want to continue being in this environment with these individuals, or that something needs to change. And you may have been trying to mediate certain situations, you know, doing your utmost here to keep the peace or do of something, right? But it's just not working out. And I feel like you're wanting to be in a particular position and place where it's like everyone kind of gets along, right? Or there isn't a sense of one-upmanship or competition or pettiness or office politics or some sort of drama or chaos or conflict. I feel like you're so done with all of that, and you may be kind of, you know, feeling like you're not really going to get a win with whatever the situation is if you carry on in this particular position and place. So I'm getting highlighted to say that the summer months are really important for you, okay? And that there is a lot more of a solid foundation where you're going to have that sense of assured success with this new particular place. Maybe I'm picking up on, for some of you, obviously it depends where you are in the world, you know, it depends, you know, with the summer months as I was talking about it, but I feel like there's just the sense of reaching the last straw to do with something, and it's like you've made your decision and now you really want to move forward with whatever this is, okay? But yeah, what's to go next to it with the Five of Swords? Yeah, Eight of Swords and one more. Yeah, Three of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Yeah, basically this is a continuation of what I was just talking about. You're wanting to be in an environment where there's a sense of teamwork here, okay? Everyone's seeming to get along, but it's just not necessarily working out. There may have been issues with management or something, or certain, you know, pettiness in regards to your colleagues. Yeah, I feel like you've kind of checked out here. Everything is fine. Ten of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Also, this job, whatever it is that you're doing, is leaving you completely burnt out and exhausted, okay? There may have also been the sense of fear about moving on because you may not necessarily get the same amount of money elsewhere for the same job that you do, or you've been worried about there being a lack of finances because of, obviously, if you're having to potentially leave or resign, you're maybe worried that you're not going to be, you know, earning, obviously, because you're having that time off and you're having to wait, so there'll be like a lull or a dip in regards to your savings or something. But I feel ultimately what you're actually moving into is something so much better for you, and it's going to be so much more positive overall for your overall well-being and health, and also in regards to your finances. Some of you just may have stayed in a particular place or a position for too long, and it's like you've tolerated it so much, but you're growing pretty wary, like your tolerance and your patience is wearing a little bit thin here, guys, and you're not just necessarily feeling like yourself. I feel like there was at one point where you did really enjoy whatever this was, or, you know, there was a sense of drive to kind of climb up the career ladder to do with this particular job, but I feel like there's been this sapping of energy, or something's been just draining you, and it's been more lately kind of just leaving you more in your head and feeling a little bit lost or confused or stuck, having difficulty with making of certain decisions here. But all in all, I feel like you are actually genuinely ready for something to switch up, but there may have been the sense of anxiety about what the next steps are, or where you're going to go, or how things are going to change. And so therefore, like when you change of a job, like your whole life changes. So there could be the sense, a difference in regards to maybe a commute, potentially, where you're having to travel a little bit further for this particular job, and that may be a little bit inconvenient. But I feel all in all like you're actually prepared to take that on, and you would be willing to have of this new situation. And if there was potentially a longer commute, right, at least you wouldn't be in this other environment where you're feeling the sense of, I'm hearing upset or anxiety. but I feel like you're ready to kind of walk away, but there's been some sort of practical matters that have been coming to the forefront that you've been trying to figure out so that you can make a more of a smooth transition to remove yourself from whatever this is. 1111 just come up on my timer, so that potentially may resonate here. But you've definitely been in your head a lot more than usual in your feelings. And I feel like this is just really unlike you. You guys are usually so like determined and driven and ambitious. But there's something about this particular workplace I'm hearing that is just, I'm hearing driving you nuts at the moment. I'm also almost getting an impression of like you're admitting, it's like you didn't want to admit defeat. Like you wanted to stick on in there to do with the situation and not let others get the better of you, or get you to potentially want to resign or quit your job or leave. But potentially there may have been individuals there, these other colleagues or something to do with management, that actually have been slowly but surely wearing you down on purpose or doing of certain things so that you don't tolerate it anymore. Like you don't have the patience for it, and so that you kind of shut down and you're like, well, I guess I'll just move and leave. And actually this could have been an intention of theirs, a hidden agenda or a motive to get you to do of this. Because I feel like you're somebody who's very good at your job and you do want to get on well with everyone, and you're friendly, and you know, you give off a helping hand and everything else. But I'm picking up on a little bit of jealousy here for some, right? And I'm just getting petty. I'm getting that there's these really small-minded individuals. It's like the example I'm picking up is as if you're talking to somebody that could be management or a boss, and it's like you've asked them to do of something for you because something drastic may have happened in your life, and then it's like they say, oh yeah, we will allow you to do this, that and the third, and as if like they're doing you a favor, right? But it's not really a favor. It's something that's, I'm hearing, already in the contract. So for instance, if you wanted to take a sick day or a mental health day or compassionate leave because of something drastic that happened in your life, and you go to speak to somebody about this, and the way that they handle it is like, oh, well, remember I did you that favor and allowed you to have that day off or that half a day to go and do all this, right? So it's like the sense of trying to keep you wrapped around their little finger. That's what I'm hearing. But they're not really doing you of a favor. It's that what they're doing is what they should have been doing in the first place anyway, but trying to make themselves look like they're the hero. It's a bit twisted, to be honest. That's the vibe I'm picking up on. This is not going to resonate for everyone, but I am getting some specific messages here. So I do feel like in the summertime, there's a big decision that you're making in regards to your career, where it could be a complete career change. It could be just a new job. You could be relocating for work, or you could be looking in the summer, maybe when you have potentially some time off, to kind of think or to regroup as to really what you want out of your career. Okay, and who you really want to genuinely work with, and if it's kind of aligning still with what it is that you want out of your life here. Interesting. I got told to kind of put all those back, but that's very specific messages. But if it resonates, guys, what else is going on? Some of you may just feeling sick to death, I'm just hearing, dealing with people like in that kind of environment as being employed. So maybe you're taking a potential risk here to look at how you could potentially be self-employed or launch of a business or doing of something for yourself here, so that you don't necessarily have to be, I'm hearing like having someone like lurking over your shoulder all the time or micromanaging. I'm hearing like a helicopter boss or something. I'm getting that, like somebody is very much particular and quite controlling here, and you're just like, I'm just so done with this. Strength card. Leo energy could be significant. You may be someone that has Leo placements. And I did say about July here, so Cancer and Leo is really coming up here. And then we also have the number 8, which is August. And the Fool. Wow, Aries energy. So yeah, there's something pivotal about this time where you may be just stepping into a new reality for yourself, a new life for yourself. You're having this breakthrough. You could be thinking and reminiscing and planning and doing all of that now, looking back in retrospect of what you've gone through, what you've learned, what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want. And so therefore there's a lot of clarity coming in. There's illumination on the situation. And I feel like you have a lot kind of behind you here, kind of backing you. So I'm hearing also you're a lot more qualified than you think that you are, okay? Like if you've been wanting to go for a higher position in your work or to get more money here, you may have been a little bit hesitant to potentially put in a CV or a resume for a higher paid position or for more money, because you may have felt like, oh, well, I haven't got this qualification, or I haven't got this, or I haven't got that. But what I'm hearing is that apply for it anyway. Apply for it anyway, and then showcase that you are very much interested and you're fine with getting of that qualification under your belt, or whatever it is that you feel like you're needing to supposedly prove to these others that you're capable of doing of this, right? But you're ready for the new beginning here with the 3 of Wands. You're ready to expand your horizons. Now, some of you are very much willing to travel more for work, okay? Or do that longer commute. But what else here, please, for Taurus? The Hermit, Virgo energy. So now we have the number 9. We have September coming through potentially. Or 89 or 98 or 888 or 999 is important here. You may be seeing of those numbers. Page of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, you've definitely gained a lot of wisdom from whatever it is that you've been going through. You've learned a lot. And I feel like you're ready to embrace the changes, embrace the new. Even if there is a little bit of feeling unsure about what is going on in regards to the future here. I feel like you're trusting your gut, you're trusting your intuition on this. The Moon, Pisces energy. Now, we didn't long ago have the new moon in Pisces, so that could have been quite pivotal for you. There could have been a certain realization or something cleared up that made you realize. I'm hearing for some, like, I don't know why I've got like, oh, life is short. So maybe you've been thinking that you want to be more creative or have more fun in your life, or you want to be in a position in regards to work where, you know, work doesn't feel like when you're doing a job that you love, work doesn't feel like a day in your life. Is that something along those lines to do with that particular saying? But I'm also hearing that this upcoming lunar eclipse in Virgo, which I believe is in mid-March, is going to be a big turning point for you as well, for this eclipse season. And wow, we have Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and the 9 of Cups. So yeah, there is a wish fulfillment coming in relatively soon. Wow, okay, I just got told to do with the full moon in Sagittarius, which would be in Gemini season, because Gemini and Sagittarius are sister signs. They're opposite from each other. So I'm immediately getting told something about the full moon in Sagittarius could be important here as a timeline as well. But let's look into the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot and see what else is going on for you. If you are someone that is self-employed, or you're wanting to have of your own business or start of a business, or you are someone that is already a business owner, or somebody that is self-employed, you could be trying to figure out some changes whereby you're going to actually gain more from what it is that you're doing, because potentially you've been in your comfort zone and carrying on in a certain way, and there may have been the fear beforehand to change things up a bit because you've been so used to doing something in a particular way. But I feel like that potential fear is subsiding. Maybe you had this creative block, or you didn't just feel like you know, that sense of pleasure and fun and joy, right? I'm getting told like the inner child here. So it's the sense of like reconnecting with your inner child, and not taking certain things so seriously to do with your business. Obviously taking things seriously with it is important, you know, because it's a big deal and everything, but there could be the sense of implementing more play or more fun, or doing of something that allows you to feel a lot more free and enjoy of the experience more. I'm also picking up on the glass is half full rather than half empty kind of approach. So maybe you have been really struggling with the stability or security of your business, okay? But something is shifting here, and you're closing out a big cycle to do with this, and thinking about things in another way, or trying things in another way. Yeah, Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is somebody that is like a go-getter here. They're not afraid of challenges, right? They take them head on. So I feel like there's this approach of like this fearless energy, right? So not necessarily worrying too much about whether something is going to be perfect or in a particular way. I feel like you're just now ready for everything to change and switch up for you here with the Fool. Absolutely. Ready to just go for it. But you have a very strong intuition here. What's going on, please and thank you, for Taurus? So we have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the Queen of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands. Okay. And I love the fact that we have the 10 and then we have the Queen of Wands, which is carrying of an ace. You know that whatever is going to unfold for you is going to require a lot of work, but you're not someone to shy from hard work here. You guys have very solid work ethics. So I don't feel like that's necessarily what it is that you're concerned about. I feel like what there may be the concern is the sense that there will be this lull period or potential dip in your finances, or there's the fear of this and the potential hardship of maybe struggling a little bit as you make this transition to try something new or implement certain changes or adapt in some way. What else for the Strength card? Okay, Seven of Swords. What's to go underneath? Wow, Page of Swords, yeah. You've definitely had people around you, okay, who have been projecting a lot, right? I'm getting a lot of unsolicited advice. And I feel like you're deciding, look, I have the vision, I believe in myself, and I'm not going to let these others kind of dictate or control how I do of certain things or make of these particular changes. I know and understand that there may be a lull period or a dip in maybe my stability or my security, but in the same breath, I know that I'm doing the right thing for myself and that my ships are coming in. But there has been, or there may be, the sense of worry and sleepless nights because something not coming through soon enough here with the Six of Pentacles, but you will be compensated, okay? And that labor of love with those particular changes that you make will bear fruit, and you'll be reaping your rewards and bringing in a brand new beginning for yourself, and there will be just cause to celebrate. So kind of just don't let anybody else kind of try to dictate how you do all certain things, right? The Queen of Wands is somebody that really doesn't give like a flying F about what others are thinking about them or what opinions that they have or judgments that they're going to pass on them. They're just going to do what they feel is right and best for them, as long as they're not causing harm to anyone else or even to themselves. They're just going to go through with it because they already see and know and understand what something could bring in for them, even if others aren't on the same page and don't get it. Yeah, there's somebody who stands in their truth. Look at that Strength card. Okay. So why is the Hermit here? Please and thank you. Yeah, Five of Swords. Wow. And we saw that as the first card that came out with the other deck. Page of Cups. Wow, the synchronicity, guys, is on another level. Page of Cups, Page of Cups. And one more. Okay, we've got these two. So we have the Nine of Wands. I believe we saw that earlier in the other deck. And we have the Empress, Taurus Libra energy. There's you. And we have the Five of Cups. Okay. So yeah, there may be people that have kind of really got you down. And have been draining on your energy or taking advantage in some sort of way, or potentially saying certain things. Oh, you're naive to do this, that and the third. You should give up, or you shouldn't persist in this, or what have you. But you know, all in all, that these people just feel a certain type of way, and that everything will balance out eventually and you'll have your movement forward. So I feel like they'll get you into a position or place, or try to, whereby you're looking back as you started off something, or you're continuing on in something, to get you into this energy of, well, maybe I wasn't, maybe they were right, you know, maybe they were right and I shouldn't have bothered to continue on with this. Maybe it's just I'm in la la land here, or I'm a bit delulu, or potentially thinking and feeling that, you know, this is all make-believe and a fantasy, and that my dreams can't come true, and that this, you know, I may as well give up, right? But it's because they know that you're so close, okay? And I feel like you're so close to this huge breakthrough, that you've been working on it here, and you shouldn't give up. You should continue on, right? If you're feeling very much called to do so, because it is going to work. It is going to pay off, right? These others have just wanted you to remain stuck here, but you're not going to be stuck with that Knight of Swords. You're moving on quickly. There could be a very unexpected change or shift that ends up unfolding for you. Yeah, but look, the Empress and then the Ace of Pentacles and then the Two of Cups. So there may be going no contact with some people, or cutting off communication, or just keeping it very limited here if you have to kind of talk with someone for one reason or another. You're wanting to be around people that get you, that understand, you know, the processes that you've been through, that resonate on the same level as you. I'm hearing that saying that we're like the average of the 5 people that we surround ourselves with the most. So some of you could be maybe getting new friends, or you could be removing yourself from having this ongoing contact or communication with family, or a particular person specifically. Yeah, you could be holding back or retreating your energy at this time, because there could be the realization that whoever you have been around with, whether it's closer to home or to do with work or certain friendships, you're like, look, actually, this is not really doing it for me. Yeah, the Moon, Pisces energy, and the Hangman. Wow, so double Pisces coming out. And I did say earlier about that new moon in Pisces could have been quite pivotal for you, right? Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Slowly but surely since then, there has been this change happening behind the scenes, right, that you haven't been seeing with these particular changes because they haven't manifested, but they're about to come through and be manifested. Yeah, there's a star, the blessing, Aquarius energy. And with the Four of Pentacles, whatever this blessing is, it's really going to change your whole perspective on your foundation here, and realize that you want things to be different, that you don't have to continue with whatever it is that you've been dealing with. But I feel like there is an increase here in money, a substantial increase in money, whether that is to do with a promotion, a new job, or a creative venture, like a creative hobby, or and you're turning it into a business venture, or there could be some sort of passive income that you're making, or there could potentially be this influx to do with you know, people being drawn to you in some sort of way, wanting to purchase certain things, maybe from your business or certain services that you're providing. Thereby people are going to really love the energy that it is that you bring, and are very magnetized or attracted to you and what it is that you're putting out there. So yeah, there's definitely been a lot of stress and strain to do with your career, or to do with either family, or to do with your finances. And I feel like it's been weighing heavy on you, and you've been wanting these changes for a while, but you've been a bit unsure about the next steps or making those particular changes because you've been potentially comfortable in a certain way. But whatever isn't meant to be working out for us wasn't ever meant to work out for us. So before we embark on a big change in our lives, there is usually the kind of destruction or the elimination or the removal of certain things that aren't necessarily serving us, in order for us to kind of have that sense of rebuilding and enlightenment and a clearer path or direction as to what it is that we want. Where do we want to go? Who do we want to associate with? What is it that I feel like really does ring true for me and brings me that sense of, you know, vitality and joy and fun and freedom and feeling liberated and being more in that kind of feminine receptive energy, right? Some of you are just really needing a break or a holiday, so you could be planning for that. Let's get into the personalized messages. What's going on here for Taurus? Oh, wow, okay. Passing tests with flying colours. So I feel like some of you could have dealt with a situation in one way, right? And you didn't. You dealt it another way. Like you may have been the bigger person in regards to something. You didn't stoop down to somebody's level. You weren't petty or childish or immature, like emotionally, in return to how these people may have been with you. If you've been having your patience tested or something, right, you didn't stoop to that level. So I feel like you've passed some sort of test in regards to this, and you've shown these others up by not kind of reacting or retaliating a certain way, or trying to seek some sort of revenge on something if they had done something wrong in regards to you and there was injustice, right? Yeah, old money could be significant. So there may be an increase to do with the finances because of receiving money, maybe an inheritance or a will, or somebody that is like a family member who has like a business or something. They may want to kind of tie you in with this and give you some extra money. I'm even hearing the old money aesthetic. Some of you are changing your appearance, or wanting to change your appearance, or change your fashion or your style. Maybe you're feeling very much more inclined to go for a certain look, okay? Obviously, I'm reading energy rather than gender or sex, but I'm getting like somebody being a lot more selective with their clothes, like quality rather than quantity, picking the finer things that they like. Somebody that is... I'm getting something like eco-friendly, or something that's sustainable, material, or you could be designing your own clothes. There's definitely a change whereby you're like, actually, I want to be perceived as someone that's taken seriously, right? Somebody that's elegant, somebody that's classy, somebody that's sophisticated. So there could be like a change to do with your aesthetic here for some of you. Last is now going to be first. So yeah, you definitely felt like with these particular blessings, everybody else has been getting theirs and you've been kind of left in the background here, or felt like you were forgotten. But you're about to be at the front of the queue. I feel like you've been doing your utmost just to carry on and persevere and grit your teeth with whatever it is that you have been dealing with, but you're at your last straw, right? So there's been this sense of wishing and hoping that this breakthrough or this change is coming in. And I feel like it is very much coming in for you. The tides are turning to do with this. Generational curse breaker may be something that resonates with you. And travel, and then rich AF. Wow. Okay, so some of you want to definitely travel, whether it's for business or pleasure, or part more to do with your business, okay? Or some of you are actually like deciding, I want to work from home, or I want to be able to spend more time at home, or I want to change certain things within my home so that it's more suitable so that I can work from home, or have some sort of space that's dedicated for my work even. But let's look into the angel answers and find out what's going on here. What's going on here, please, for Taurus? Remain positive. Yeah, remain positive. Everything is kind of aligning for you and working out, but it's been difficult to see the glass is half full rather than half empty, and I was picking up on that earlier. Okay, opportunity. There will be opportunities for you. There will be offers. There will be new contracts. Just trust that you will have the opportunity to make the changes that you're wanting to bring in for yourself, right? And lastly, we have communicate clearly. Yeah, interesting how that came out with helpful people. So yeah, you could be getting in contact with people and opening up about a certain situation that has been getting you down, like certain friends could be significant here. But you may have also tried to communicate clearly with these others and not get sucked into any drama, and you've just been trying to be helpful and compromising and doing of certain things to mediate a situation, to keep the peace. And maybe you're like, actually, you know, none of this seems to be kind of sinking in for anyone. I'm hearing like going in one ear and out of the other. So you've tried your best to be a certain way or do of certain things in a particular way, and it just feels like you're going uphill or struggling with communicating with certain people, like they're just not getting it, or they choose to be difficult or make your life difficult, right? So you actually want to be surrounded by people who are going to be a lot more emotionally mature and actually, I'm hearing, have common sense. I know that sounds a bit out there and a bit blunt, but when you are in this new position or place, like there is going to be a lot of success that comes through with that, right? But anyway, guys, so we have strong Leo coming through, Aquarius, Pisces, Taurus, Libra, and Virgo. The other signs were present as well. We have 888, 999. I'm hearing 717, 818. 111, 1111, 1010 could be important as well. 777 and 444. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the reading. So I hope that there have been some messages, a few messages, if not the whole reading, that potentially resonated. And if you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself and the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments when I can. So thank you so much. I do love reading those. Please hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you and you don't miss out on future updates or content made available on the channel. And please feel free to check out the other zodiac sign readings that I provide for certain placements in your birth chart, so therefore you can gain insight on more of the timeless tarot messages. But sending love and light your way, many blessings, please take care, and I'll see and speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye guys.